Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Annisa Nurul Fitri with NPM 2441207 from Accounting Class 24A. Today, I would like to explain about documentation techniques. Documentation techniques are very important because they help us describe and understanding how a business process or system works. In every organization, there are many activities happening every day, and without proper documentation, it would be difficult to track, analyze, or improve those activities. Documentation helps make complex process more understandable and organized. That's why it plays a key role in a business operation and system development. Now, after understanding the general idea, let's move on the definition. Documentation technique can be defined as a method used to represent business process and system. These techniques help us understand how data flows, how processes are carried out, and how different components are connected. By using a proper documentation, a complex system can be simplified and easier to analyze. It also helps ensure that everyone in the organization has a same understanding of how the system works. Without documentation, there may be confusion and miscommunication. Now, so that we understand the definition, let's discuss why documentation is important. Documentation is very important for several reasons. First is provide a clear understanding of process so that employees can follow procedure correctly. Second, it helps identify error or inefficiency in the system. Third, it ensures consistency in operation, which is very important for maintaining quality. Fourth, it improves communication between employees, managers, and system development. Without the proper documentation, misunderstanding can easily occur and affect business performance. Now, after knowing its importance, let's look at the purpose. The purpose of a documentation is to support system analysis and design, improve communication, and provide a reference for training new employees. It also helps in auditing and evaluating process to ensure that everything is running as expected. With a proper documentation, organization can maintain control over their operation and make better decisions. Documentation also serves a guide when improvement or change are needed in the future. And now let's move on the different types of documentation technique. There are several types of documentation technique commonly used in organization. The most common one are flowchart and flow diagram. A narrative description. Each technique has its own function and advantage. Some techniques focus on a visual representation, while others provide detailed explanation in writing form. Choosing the right technique depends on the purpose and complexity on the system being analyzed. Now let's discuss each type starting with flowchart. A flowchart is visual diagram that use symbol to represent the flow and activities in a process. It shows step-by-step procedure from beginning to end. Flowcharts are very useful because they make process easier to understanding and help identify problem and inefficiency. For example, if there is a delay in a process, a flowchart can help us see actually what the problem occur. Because of this, flowchart are widely used in a business and system analysis. Now that we understand flowchart, let's move on the next technique, which is the data flow diagram. A data flow diagram, or DFD, focuses on how data move within a system. It shows how data is input, processed, and stored and output. Unlike flowchart, DFD does not focus on the sequence or activities, but rather on how data flow between different parts of the system. This makes it very useful in analyzing and designing information system. By using DFD, we can clearly how information is transferred and transformed. Now let's move to the last technique. The last technique is narrative description. This method explains processing using writing text. It is useful when the need provide detailing explanation that cannot be fully shown using diagram. Narrative description are often used together with diagram to give a more complete understanding of the system. In conclusion, documentation techniques are very important because they help organizations understand, analyze, and improve their process. By using proper documentation, companies can work more efficiently and make better decisions. That's all of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.